one cause for dis-ease. And I like to separate that word dis-ease because the word disease, everybody that's watching the idiot box in the EIR is apt to feel that disease means it's terminal, it's something that can't be helped, it's something you inherited, it's just incurable. It's all it is it's a word, dis-ease. The body's not at ease. It's not a complicated situation. There are no incurable diseases. There's some incurable people. You might have some relatives that are pretty incurable. I practice my words on relatives, so when I get somebody that's ready, then they'll listen. Wayne Dyer says, God gives you friends to apologize for your relatives. But there's some good relatives too. Okay, the number one cause for dis-ease is dehydration. How much does it cost you to get a drink of water? It could be free. And then the question is, what kind of water? And how much have we perverted the water? So have we perverted it so much that we don't like the taste of it, so now we drink something that's full of sugar or aspartame? And to confuse drinking tea and coffee and pop and juice with drinking water, we never get enough water. The stuff that's free is healthier than the stuff that costs. Sometimes when we travel, we take a big jug of water with us, and when we run out of water, of our well water, we start thinking about heading home. Because bottled water is a synthetic, plastic, petroleum-based container, leaches so much estrogen that it can cause cancers of all sorts just because you're trying to get healthy water. And most bottled water is city water that's been filtered, and has been filtered so poorly that it hardly tastes any better than tap water. And of course, that's the water that's been used, tap water you use along with your soda pop. To make sure that you don't taste it, they come put in 9 teaspoons of sugar in an average can of pop. So, now let me tell you a couple of the ways that you can tell that you've been dehydrated. Has anybody ever gotten in the shower and said, oh my goodness, all of a sudden the body says it's time to, and you didn't have to go take them before that? Or have you gone and washed your hands, and you just come in to wash your hands, all of a sudden you got an urgency, you can't get your hands dried fast enough before you gotta go take them? Am I the only one like that? Maybe I'm speaking to aliens. Have you ever heard water running, or even one guy we heard about yesterday, just hearing the fuel go into the tank of his tractor makes him have to go take a tinkle. What triggers that? Dehydration. Now let me explain why you can tell that when you have to go in a hurry, you're dehydrated. If you're out every day, if you're out all day long in a real hot sun, sweating, and then you think about it by nighttime, you know what, I didn't have to pee one time. Oh, the body recycled the pee through their sweat to keep you cool. The order of priority to keep the body healthy was to save your urine because it may not get enough to keep the sweat process working. When the body feels, hears, or you even see water, you just triggered to the mechanism of your bladder that now it can evacuate that toxic poison, and it gives you an urgency. Maybe I should just hold up the deal. Where's my incontinence hotline one? Here, Logan. Have you got the incontinence one? Just hand up. I'm going to give you funnies today so you remember the seminar, and you might even get permission to put these in a book. Make sure each family gets one, even if they're short. When you see two people that kind of look like they know each other, husband and wife, they probably do have another. They're sisters. I love a little humor to put in with this because it's just, when I call the incontinence hotline, they put me on hold. When you have a water urgency, the last thing you want to, if you're dehydrated, the last thing you can stand is to be put on hold. Is this covering anything? Does anybody have the urgency? You've got to go pee now because you put your hands in the water? By the time your body gives you the signal that you're thirsty, and you're 40 years old, you're 60 ounces short already. Any wonder we get so wrinkled? Any wonder the kidneys are in trouble? Any wonder we have poor digestion? Which leads me to chapter 2. But dehydration is the biggest source of disease. Now, I just had a call on the way over here this morning. Someone that literally is dying. And I said to the daughter, you've got to get him to drink water. Well, my body won't take water. He's so dehydrated. I said, if you took him in, first thing they do, they'd hook him up and they'd give him electrolytes and try to get his water level back up because he's in pain. One of the number one things to reverse pain, this is what I told him this morning because he's in pain, is you've got to get water. Now think about this. Do you know what happens to the body when the cells don't get hydrated? They become feverish. And they start to get heated and acid. And acid is pain, pain is acid. So if you're going to try to clean up any kind of pain in the body and you don't first introduce your body to a lot more water, what's left for you? Something that's more dangerous than the pain that's being signaled. So that would be a pain killer. No, you don't kill the pain. You introduce a more life-threatening situation to the body so it can tell you with the little energy it has left that you hurt. That's basically Western medicine in a nutshell. You give them a diversion. They've got a sliver, you stomp on, put a nail through their foot. They don't notice a sliver. If you've been to my seminar, you've heard this theory. When you climb a tree, deer hunt, the first day of season, before sunrise, you climb it up, and you get a sliver on the finger. You're sitting up there trying to dig out that sliver on the trigger finger. I think I got a tweezer in the glove box of the pickup. So you hurry back down out of your tree stand, you're climbing down, you're hurrying across the pasture, you don't notice the board in the dusk, the morning dawn. Board with the nail sticking up, you step on it, it goes through your shoe, there's blood coming in your shoes, you go in a circle saying, Chucky darn, Chucky darn, Chucky darn, oh, Chucky darn. Oh, there's the pickup. I was going to the pickup for some reason, you hobble over to the pickup, you crawl through the fence, and you forgot to take the safety off the gun, and you shoot the toe off on the other foot. Now, when you step on the nail, you forgot the sliver. When you shoot the toe off the other foot, you forgot the nail. Okay, so you got a headache, you got a sliver. Usually most headaches are because you're dehydrated. You wake up with a headache, you're dehydrated. You didn't drink enough before bed. So you've got a sliver and you got a headache. So let's step on a nail. It's called Tylenol. You just introduce a life-threatening thing to the liver. It doesn't have energy left to tell you that you got a headache. Painkiller? No, it's a liver killer. The number one cause for hepatitis C, according to Western medicine, not us in the natural world, Western medicine says the number one cause for hepatitis C is Tylenol. I suggest all of your liver disorders, including mono and the other hepatitis are part of that same picture. Somebody's French fries. I remember that song. That we went to California last year. Pain with it. I still haven't figured out changes. I have to get help just to change it. Okay, if Tylenol would be like stepping on a nail. Shooting the toe off the other foot would be called ibuprofen. Ever hear of it? Do you know the PDR? That's a big fat book that can be used to hold the door open or press flowers. physician's desk reference, and in there, if you look up ibuprofen, it says never administered for more than a week can cause kidney failure. How'd you like to be on dialysis? Many of you drive over 40, 50 miles a day to get here. If you're on dialysis, you have to plan your day, your life around how soon can you get back to the machine. Of course, now they've got these drive-through dialysis centers popping up all over the world. So you can go from one dialysis day to the next dialysis day as you travel. Big business. We've got somebody in Michigan that we've helped them get to where they could get off the dialysis. She hadn't peed through, how many months then? 9 months, she hadn't peed. And they told her not to drink water because then more work for the dialysis machine. So we got a product called the SIA. It's a microhydrant, and she got herself in a condition where she could pee again, and she's feeling better, and then she wanted to have them cut down the days so she didn't have to go in so often. Oh, we can't do that. Well, I was trying to tell them that they don't need to be on the machine the rest of their life anyway, and I found out how come she can't get off the machine. She hooks up 3 times a week. Now she can go over the weekend, but during the week it has to be every other day. 3 times a week. Yeah, every other. You know why she can't get off? They're getting over $7,000 a hookup. That's $21,000 a week. That's almost $100,000 a month. That's why she can't get off dialysis. She's a young woman. The number one cause for dis-ease, you can count it, it'll be not enough water. Of course, you've been some research and you find out where the best water is. In my seminars, I cover a whole page on that. I'll probably put it in the book. My first choice is well water. My last choice is tap water. And in between is distilled, RO. But I trust people I don't even know that could care less about except the profit. And sometimes when we travel, we will buy a bottle of water if we run out, and it tastes like crud. Real water has a taste that once you taste it, you never lose track of it. When you get back to it, you find that's good water. I live in South Dakota.